Hi, this is e.s.glenn, and today I'm going to go over a few of my Ted Benoit books. Now, as you see, Ted works in the clear line style, which is a style of drawing created and pioneered by Hergé, the Belgian creator of the Adventures of Tintin. Here we see work that is very heavily influenced by Jacques Tardi. It's got strong blacks and a very noir subject matter. I believe that Ted was in fact influenced by Jacques Tardi in his earlier work, which I'll show you in just a moment here. A book by Ted called Hospital, which I think is heavily influenced by Jacques Tardi, and the similarities are quite obvious. Now, obvious similarities aren't that bad. In fact, I find it quite inspiring that one of my favorite artists was clearly inspired by one of his favorite artists. I came to Ted Benoit's work after working in the clear line style for a number of years, but not really knowing that the style existed in a very formal sense. I had no idea of the artists like Hergé or Ted Benoit or Juice Schwartz. In fact, I pulled most of my influences from cartoon movies, most notably that Fritz the Cat animation, as well as that Tom Waits music video where they used all that rotoscoping. And I liked the way that Scooby-Doo looked. And that is really where I came to that clean style. And when I found out that there were a lot of comics that were drawn in this style, I was happy to dive in and to clean up my act, really, because my early work was very feverish and rushed. I was loose and I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. So it was only after discovering the clear line style that I started to bring a bit of formality into my practice. Here we see one of my absolute favorite illustrations of all time. I don't know what it is about this image, but it just inspires my imagination. I'd love to have this on a large scale, or even a small scale. I think it works. Now here we see some very strong reflections on these cars that are just breathtaking. And I also like this advertisement. I think this is an advertisement for Shell here. Ted has a way of using negative space that really impresses me, to say the least. And the way he draws nighttime is incredibly strong and equally as impressive and influential to my own style. Just take a look at these reflections here. These are absolutely amazing. And I think if you found this book, you'd be very impressed by the reflections on that car that I just turned the page on, because I was blown away just taking a look at this book. after not opening it for quite a while. And here we come across some beautiful landscapes by Ted that are just absolutely impressive. I think Ted's a master of composition. And we're going to go ahead and move on to that other comic, Hospital, that I was telling you about. But not before flipping through one of his comics about his main character, Ray Banana. And this is full-on Ted Benoit now here. This is what his main work looks like, and he's worked on very high-profile comics like Blake and Mortimer, which is a direct link to Hergé. So he's cut his teeth with the best there. But here's the Hospital book, and you can see the major differences between full-on Ted Benoit and early Ted Benoit by way of Jacques Tardy. You can see the strong blacks, the character designs are more cartoony, the noir feeling is more present, and the panel layout is absolutely Jacques Tardy. Now I'm going to flip through this short anthology I got called America, America, where there's a bunch of artists that contributed short comics about America, and this is Jacques Tardy's contribution. And as you see, the similarities are quite obvious. And I think that's okay. I think that works. I think that we should all learn from the masters before us and develop our styles from there. And clearly Ted had good taste in comics and good taste in masters. I really do enjoy these character designs. They're very strong. So this has been Comics and Comics, and I'm very happy to share with you some selected works by Ted Benoit, as well as this short anthology.